And when DT the standard subject of the entire CA course, foundation, inter, and final. And obviously, IBS, many of the questions are interconnected to DT and IDT. So from that perspective, whether you like it or not, you must study DT and IDT exhaustively. And the reason why CA student has placed this IBS subject along with DT IDT group itself. So for every decision of the ICI, there is some research behind it. So they are not put in group one, they are not interchanges because more business solutions are connected to our the taxation matters. So from that perspective, they are placed rightly in the group. With this, welcome each one of you to the beautiful revision session. All ready? And also tomorrow there is one special session. Don't miss that session. Okay, so at 8:30, there is after your class will get over early. Okay, at 8:15, 8:30, there is a special session. So about how to keep the pressure, how to keep the education, everything managed. Okay, keep the life fire burning on that. Okay, we'll discuss it around half an hour, 45-minute session. Okay, so ready all of you? Yoshal idira?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Rahul Jay, idiyano?
Ha, sir.
Okay, right. I think some of us. So the exhaustive DT material will be shared to you. And what do you call
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
special we got applause to Ananya Shetty and also Chandan Nigre who had helped us in adding some extra points in value addition of this material. Okay. So, and also compiling and giving beautiful. Thank you, both of you. Right. So, this material exhaustively covers theory, almost 90% plus of what is expected in CA final. Then the DT revision problem is a compilation of old questions. Around 90 to 95% of the answers are as per the latest amendment only. On 5% disclaimer and telling. So after all I verified, after I got it verified, still 5% some of the questions, because all questions are lifted from the old questions. And as you know, DT, so amendment happened. 5% there may be some old law. For example, 115 BBD. We went through that question. 115 BBD section was existing where the tax rate was lesser. And that section has been withdrawn from 1/4/2023. No doubt we made a correction, we made it. Like that, one or two cases, one mistake. Mistake means old law may be that, which you have to take little extra care. Okay. But 95% plus taken care. Then May 24 RTP is here. So MTP question paper, just to look at the pattern. Not much difference because November 23 exam or May 24, as far as DT is concerned, the same pattern, 70-30 ratio. Unlike FR, SFM, where there's a pattern which need to be changed. Then answer sheet there. And DT suggests answer of November 23, just to look at the format. I think I'll be taking an examination session next week. There I will tell you, even though it is the most standard subject, okay, how by going by reasonably the specific areas preparation, we can cross 60 plus RMs in DT. Okay, 80 plus obviously requires extra efforts, but 60 RMs takes more. And budget 2023 is applicable for all of us sitting here or writing in May 24 or November 24 exam as the case. Very nice. So
Sir, actually, the screen is not fully visible. Like,
वो इसलिए मैंने पूछा वो उसमें थोड़ा कुछ डिफरेंट आ रहा है क्या हाँ? I think something जूम का कुछ चेंज हो गया है अभी भी नहीं गिरा है
no, sir.
No, sir.
विजिबल जूम का Buddha and Swami are also not visible. Is it zoom impact? On this one. नहीं है ना?
No.
नहीं, not visible.
No, sir.
So Zoom has upgraded something. What is it upgraded? Okay, so technological optimize the video. Then they're all good. Right?
No, sir.
Okay. Now you tell your technological advanced people now. I'll show you the screen. Yeah. Sound नहीं आ रहा है. Please select a window or an application that you want to share. So, this. Then control select multiple. No.
No, sir.
So screen कुछ भी नहीं दिखा रहा है.
मतलब आधा दिख रहा है sir. The half of the screen is your video. The other half is the screen. Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
It's just like the previous Zoom or what? This is or still part of the track.
पूरा screen दिख रहा है sir. Just like how it
Perfect,
was.
perfect.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So this is like every time when computer there is a problem, no software problem. So what do we do?
Restart.
Switch on.
Switch off and on.
Switch off and switch on. That's it. That's the best way to even software engineers also will do the same thing. Alva. Okay, right. Okay, welcome to the session. So welcome some of my new friends also. Some of you, if you do not understand the flow, accent, etc., please ask. Any of my new friends who are there in the meeting. So Rahul, again, I'll ask, is it perfect?
Yes, sir.
Right. Because I think Zoom has upgraded and upgraded them. We need to. Right. So this is a theory material where we have compiled almost everything possible. Okay. And also I'll be sharing this material. I would suggest all of you take a printout and read. Okay, don't read from the soft copy. Okay. So let's start. There are two kinds of taxes. One is called direct tax, one is called indirect tax. Fully focus. Direct tax is incidence and impact is on the same person. I am an employee of Rahul Limited. I earn salary. I have to pay the tax. So TDS is a mechanism where they make me to pay the tax little earlier. At the end of the day, it is still a part of direct tax. Suppose Rahul Jain doesn't cut the TDS, so still I have to pay. Unlike the GST, where the seller of the goods has forgotten to charge the GST, so then cannot go and search the customer he may have to pay, so he has to go by grossing up. But in the case of direct tax, incidence and impact both are the same person. The classic example as of now for direct tax is income tax. Point number one. Point number two. The sources of taxation laws, whether the income tax, GST or whatever, normally acts. For the income tax, we have beautiful act called Income Tax Act. A book like this, by looking at only, you should not be interested because what you are learning only around 20% of this book. Doesn't mean now Chandan, first 20 pages you don't read and go, okay. 20% I'm talking from the application point of view. So Income Tax Act of 1961 is the basic law which gives the provisions. Income tax rules give the procedure. So why we need to go more in depth for these areas also for MCQs. Okay? Act gives the provision, rules give the procedure. Acts are the main rules and rules are obviously subordinate. Whenever there is a contradiction, obviously act should previous, second point. So after act and rules, we also have Vindhya Shetty switching on the video. So on court decisions. So we have Honorable Supreme Court decision on the top. Okay, then we have what you call High Court decision, etc. So how the fighting happens, like a kabaddi or whatever, something else? No, no. Okay. The fight it starts with the CID. So if there's a question, the question of the mistakes can be classified into two elements. Either the question of fact or the question of law. I have an issue. So computer, you say 40% depreciation. I have a tab which is like a computer. I wanted a 40% depreciation. So if you dispute, and the department says no, no, it's not 40%. 40%. Computer is a mobile equipment. Sorry, tab is a mobile equipment. I'll give you only 15% depreciation. But you say tab I'm using like a function of laptop only, mobile computer only. Why not 40%? If I dispute about the question of the fact of the depreciation, the question of fact. Whereas, all of you able to catch me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Energetically. You're able to catch me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, right. So whereas I am in border area of Karnataka. So whereas Shravan is in border area of Tamil Nadu. Okay, so he's actually okay. So now set income tax act to the central law. There they say, so Tamil Nadu, the border area where she's taking is not so well developed. For in that area, I will give some extra benefit. So maybe 10W or some benefit. Earlier we had something like a additional depreciation of 35% in 4 states, some specified areas of ABTW, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Telangana, and West Bengal. Now, where I say I am also in the border area of Karnataka, which is attached in Tamil Nadu. So next road, Shravanya is there. She is getting extra benefit. I am on this side, just because in Karnataka, you are not giving the additional benefit. So it is unfair. So you are an India level law, income tax act. How can you do that? I question this based on the principle of natural justice and equity. Principle of natural justice and equity. That is called question of law. Question of law. So there are two categories of questions which are discussed in any taxation law, including GST. Question of fact and question of law. Question of fact, income tax starting with CIT. So first I fight with it. CIT appeals, Commission section 116, income tax authorities. Okay. So now before I continue, whoever has the habit of scribbling down something, you have to keep on scribbling down. That's a better option, better thing actually. No doubt material will be given. But by scribbling down there, if you lose the focus here, don't do that. Okay. So let's keep on mentioning. Okay, now right. Next. So, and those who are having exam in 2025 or 26 also, you can still be fully focused because income tax law 90% remains same. Okay, only 10% changes every budget yearly. So, CIT appeals, I fight with them. So either I win the case or the department wins. Then one of us, okay, will go to the next level. ITAT, Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. The names will change. Income tax and GST, okay, and Sestat and Tarigo. What is it called?
GST.
GST Appellate Tribunal, okay. Earlier it was called Sestat. GST Appellate Tribunal is called Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. Question of fact version can be reached only up to here. ITAT is the ultimate fact-finding authority. Beyond that, I cannot go. Where if the question of law, I can go to the next level called High Court level, Karnataka High Court, Tamil Nadu High Court, Maharashtra High Court, Mumbai High Court. Then I can go to the Honorable Supreme Court level. So the order is the hierarchy: CIT appeals, then ITAT, then High Court, then Honorable Supreme Court. Every time Honorable Supreme Court. Okay, prefix that word Honorable. Right, Honorable Supreme Court level. So question of fact, why it cannot be going beyond ITAT? Sir, High Court has got that. So now cheating case also will come. Chandan's what you call the theft case also will come. Niranjan's land dispute case also will come. Everything comes. Then if they keep on looking at what is the fact of this case, then High Court will go mad. That's why a specialized agency of Shetty called Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. Okay. Income Appellate Tribunal will ultimately decide what will be what you call the matter to be solved here. Okay. So you cannot go. So question of fact cannot go beyond Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. Whereas question of law, High Court and Honorable Supreme Court. Now, binding nature of this Honorable Supreme Court decision. There is only one Supreme Court of India. Okay. It is applicable to everyone. Okay. So it is a law of the land. So whatever decision comes, it is applicable to all of us. Unless subsequently reversed by one more Honorable Supreme Court decision, Athava, amendment, which is an unfortunate scenario, where wherever there is an Honorable Supreme Court decision which is favorable to the SSC, department brings an amendment subsequent. This is what has happened every now and then. It's an amendment, you can't help. You can't help. Because like a bonus shares, or self-generated goodwill, Honorable Supreme Court decision in Srinivas City case. So where they said, sir, capital computation, sale value, okay, I sold for 300 crore, plus cost of acquisition. I'm doing a Panvida business of the caps for decades, sir. There is an effort here. What is the cost of acquisition? I don't know. So I say sale value 300 crore, plus cost of acquisition question mark. 300 question mark is a question mark. So I said, I cannot pay the tax. Honorable Supreme Court said, yes, when the computation fails, charge fails. You want to do that whole school. Am I fast?
No, sir.
Comfortable understanding?
Yes, sir.
So when the computation fails, the charge also fails. So that's why they say Honorable Supreme Court, in the case of self-generated goodwill, there is no capital gain only. Okay. Then department became red-eyed. Okay. They asked, huh? 300 crore is going without taxes. No, we cannot leave it so easy. Section 55 has been amended saying that, sir, what's the problem, sir? Sir, I am a genuine taxpayer. I want to pay the tax, but I don't know how to come. Come here. Department says, come here. I'll help you out. So section 55 has been amended saying that cost of acquisition of self-generated goodwill of a business or profession is nil. Now you see, sale value 300 crore minus cost. There is no confusion. Nil. 300 minus 300, which could pay the tax. So wherever there is an amendment to the Honorable Supreme Court decision, subsequently you have to go by that. Otherwise, Honorable Supreme Court decision is the law of the land. Fine. So then if there are contradicting judgments, so one judgment saying X and another judgment saying Y, then you have to go by the judgment of the bench size. Larger the size, holding good more. Smaller the size, lesser. So what is bench size under where you sit? Probably actually from there only they would have decided 3-member judge, 2-member judge, go by 3-member. Whereas if the both are same size, 2-member, go by the latest decision. Okay, you have to go by the chronological order, you have to go by the latest decision. But the High Court decision depends on the state of the concerned SSC. Karnataka High Court decision will be applicable to me because I am in Bangalore. Tamil Nadu High Court is applicable to Sravanta. Then Gulu Yaro, Gulu absent. So Maharashtra. So somebody who is in Maharashtra, Isha Banjan, okay, she is sleeping there, Papa. Vedant Shetty, that will be connecting Vagana. 100 years, we just now I said Vedant Shetty connected. It's amazing. So Maharashtra. So each state okay, is applicable only to the concerned the status. It is not binding on the other. If it is beneficial, you can take it. If it is not beneficial, don't. Whereas ITAT is binding on the SSC, assessing officers, all the assessing officers concerned, and people behind that, and not applicable to others. It can be only a suggestive law, it cannot be a conclusive. Similarly, CIT. So, Anant versus CIT is the case. In ITAT level, I can say when I go for a similar case, sir, there is a similar case decided by ITAT of Mumbai or Bangalore. Please help me. It can only suggest you, it cannot be conclusive. Clear about the course cases? Yeah. Fine. Next, so sources. Now coming back to Act to rules to case law side. Then we have CBDT circulars, which are clarifications wherever there is a necessity. Okay. So CBDT will give a clarification saying that in this particular manner, this is the way you should treat the law. The notifications. So due date, for example, due date, hypothetically you think, due date is supposed to be June 4th. Then they say, no, election date is going to be election results. So let us defer it by 5 days. Okay. They give a notification. No, due date is on 22nd March. In specially, I know everybody knows, but still, I know what is specialty today. I also didn't know yesterday night I got to know about some nonsense. Huh?
IPL.
ಇಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಿರ್ಸಿ ಜಾತ್ರೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು IPL ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. So IPS Today we have DT and FR in the evening. Adu is special anta. Kelsa adu bitbiಟ್ಟು IPL ಅಂತ ಉಂಟು. I know. So what फरा समझ में आ गया? हाँ, yes sir no आपने बोला ही नहीं. हाँ, very good. आपको सबको समझ में आ गया ना? हाँ, yes sir. So notifications are binding on everyone. So the source of law, act, then rules, then court decisions, then clarifications by CBDT, then notification, then authority for advance ruling, mainly for non-resident. When even PSUs also can file an AR now. I being a non-resident, okay, I am Yako Yellow Nova from Japan. Japan people keep their name depending on the theme they have. Yako Nova, Yako Nova, Yako Talanova, Yako Alnova, Savia, Yako Yellow Nova. Okay, that's how they keep the name. So, Yako Nova from Japan. I want to do some activity like how can India Shetty can sit like this and just releasing the income tax in the deep sleep on that. India?
No, sir, I'm not in sleep.
You're not sleeping, not yet. Okay, right. So, but 6 to 8 will be up. If you sleep like this, no, sit down on the gun. The reason is sit okay, sit comfortably, but 6 to 8 don't. Okay, relax. So, suppose if I want to do some blade factory in Pina, what will be the taxation? Okay, I don't know. I am from Japan. I don't know because ignorance duty is non-exclusive that applicable to Shetty sir who is a resident of India. I should know a law of the country. How can you expect a Japanese fellow to know the law of this country? He may not. That's why he will give an application to AAR, Authority for Advance Ruling, saying, sir, I am so and so. This is my case. This is the issue I have. Please tell me what is the law in India for that particular case, for that particular assessment, that particular issue. AAR will say, this is what the taxation matter, this is what the TD is applicable, etc. That is binding only to that particular assessment, only to that particular case, only to that particular issue. So very important here. So Yako Nova has applied for it. Then we have one more fellow, Yako Yellow Nova, he applies, saying that similar case. So even a one sentence difference, the taxation matter will be different. That's why it's not binding on others. It is only suggestive again, it's not a conclusive law. I hope you are understanding. Okay. Authority for advance ruling. Then obviously, views and opinions. There are some tax experts. Okay, myself, Padamchan Kincha. So there will be some what you call it, Palkiwala's case. Some experts. So their views, Isha Bajante, yeah, right. Yeah. So those people, they are obviously authority on the subject. When they give the opinion, that may be taken as a suggestion. I had on transfer pricing issue earlier. I was only handling so many cases. So when I went to the department, the TPO, he said, "Hey, this is cannot be allowed." Then we argued. We never bothered. Then next time I went with an opinion from my sir, Fincher sir's opinion. I went and gave the opinion. He didn't even read. Fincher sir has given the order passed. So not that everybody will do that. But when a person of such credibility nature has given, then that may also be accepted as a source of law. So these are the various sources of law. Next, let's come inside now. Income tax. We have chapter numbers, which are in Roman numbers. Next, we have sections. Then in some places, sections. Some places, directly clause. Section 2 only clause. Whereas when you go to 17, they are subsections. In section 2, why clauses? Because each next item is a different one. They are not interconnected. So when they are going in alphabetical order, 27 SSC, 29 estimate here, somewhere it may be connected. Whereas 214 is a capital asset, 250 for which purpose, totally different. Capital asset and charitable purpose, totally different. 214 and 215. So, but they went to be alphabetical order. That's why they are called clauses. There are 17. One is a salary. Then I hope you are understanding. 17.2 is perquisite. 17.3 is profits in their salary. All are interconnected. Since they are interconnected, even at CFR you can understand. Correct? No? So they are called subsections. So in section 2 it's called obvious clauses, whereas in section 17 it's they are called subsections. Then we have clauses, subclauses, provisos. Provisos are conditions. Explanations. They are that clarification. Like CBT. Myself and Anant are partners in a partnership firm. When I receive a salary from such partnership firm, that is called a business income. It is not a salary income. Explanation below 15 says salary received by a partner for a partnership firm is not a salary income because there is no employer wish. Understood, Baba? Now, if there is a contradiction between section and chapter, which one should prevail? Section heading and chapter heading, there is a contradiction. So, which one should prevail? Section.
Section.
Chapter.
Chapter.
Section.
It is section. A section which prevails and not chapter heading. To give a classic example, chapter 3 deals with what? Exemptions. Chapter 3 deals with what? Exemptions. Whereas section 10AA, chapter 3 heading is what? Exclusion from total income. 10AA is an exemption section under chapter 3, but now 10AA is no more an exemption section, it is a deduction section. Under chapter of exemption, section 10AA is no more an exemption section, it is a deduction section. So which one will prevail now? Section heading over the chapter. Right. With this, let me put inside income tax definition. Income tax is a tax 2 within bracket 43 on total income 2 within bracket 45 earned by an assessee 2 within bracket 7 during the previous year 234 reduced section 3 chargeable section 4 in assessment year 2 within bracket 9. Income tax is a tax on total income earned by an assessee during the previous year chargeable to tax in this year. Estimate year. From ಬೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ MK ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು reproduce ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. You cannot tell your words. Tax means income tax. Total income means total of incomes referred in section 5. So section 14 says, for the purpose of computation, we classify the incomes under 5 heads. I am working under Shraddha, get salary. Then come home, house property. Evening, Pani Puri business income. Then sell my land, capital gain. Keep that money in Savanya, LA. Hanumannagar Ladies Cooperative Bank, which gives you attractive.
Attractive interest.
Interest. Yeah, Yaudu Ladies Cooperative Bank. There is income from other source. So we have basically 5 heads of income in that order. I hope you understood the sequence. Salary, house property, business, capital gain, and other source. Individuals can have individual. So Vedant should video on Vedant. So individuals can have 5 heads of income. Every other assessors can have only 4 heads of income, barring salary. 5. Total income earned by an assessee. Extremely important definition. Even at final level, for 4 marks, they ask one question. Define assessee. Assessee means a person. Hold on. Who is person? 231. Person includes, there are 7 categories of inclusive definition there. Individual, other family. When family comes, when there is a company, then you should be firm in that decision. Alva, Matte open public, AOP, that has to be registered in the municipal authority. Then, like you think life is only artificial. These are the 7 categories of persons I told which are not understood. What is that? Individual, HF, company, firm, AOP or BY, whether incorporated or not, local authority, artificial juridical person. Last 3 persons, there's an explanation below. Even if they are not for profit, they shall be regarded as a person, okay, for the purpose of income tax law. Understood? Okay. Next. So, SC means a person who is liable to pay tax. Liable to tax has been again defined. So, look at this. SSC definition, there are 3 important interconnections. SSC is 27. Person is 231. Liable to tax is now 2 within bracket 29A. Who is liable to tax as an amended section in 2022 budgeting report? So, a person who is liable to pay the taxes as per the law of any country and includes an SSC who has been subsequently withdrawn from paying the taxes, say through notification of exemption, etc. For example, Darshan is an SSC in South Africa. Case number 1 in South Africa is liable to tax. Liable to tax. That's it. Next, some particular income Ashok sir is earning, let us say in Singapore. That particular income initially was taxed, but later on they say no. This income for this year is exempted. Even though he ends up paying nil tax, he is still liable to tax because it is important when I go to section 6, residential status. So, SC means a person who is liable to pay tax or any other sum. Hold on again. That under any taxation law, the amount what you can pay are tax, interest, fees plus penalty. Tax, interest, and fees are compulsory, has to be paid almost along with the return, where a penalty may be waived off if there is a reasonable cost. If there is a reasonable cost. The SB means a person who is liable to pay tax or any other sum under this act. This act means include that and includes a person against whom the proceedings have been initiated either for his own income or income of any other person, like clubbing, okay, or representative SSC. Representative SSC, example, agent of a non-resident. Deemed SSC, minor, when he earns income, say unfortunately the minor is a disabled SSC, atava, minor earning income from STEM, skill, knowledge, expertise or manual work. Those incomes are minor's own income, but minors cannot sign. The parent will sign on behalf of the minor. Such parent who signs is called deemed SSC. Clubbing is Allah. For these cases, it's called deemed SSC. Then SSC in default. The SSC who has not responded to the notice of the department, something he doesn't follow, he keeps the eyes open and sleeps in the class area. So they are called SSC in default. So SSC definition 2.7. Income is a tax on total income earned by SSC during the previous year. 234. Previous year means previous year as per section 3. As per 3, financial year immediately preceding the assessment year is called previous year. So prima facie, the year in which you earn income is called previous year. Immediate next year in which you are supposed to compute the income, compute the tax and pay final ITR is called assessment year. Previous year is normally 12 months. But there are 2 exceptions below proviso to section 3. In the following 2 cases, previous year can be lesser than 12 months. When the new business is started in the middle of the year. Or when new source of income arises in the focus here. So new source of income arises in the middle of the year. In those 2 cases, previous year can be less than 12 months. So whereas assessment year can be less than 12 months?
No.
Huh?
No, sir.
Can it be more than 12 months?
No.
I like that. No, Mr. Rahul Jain is so choosy and conducive about it. No. Open and get up there. Then no. And Urigi really are more kotara. Need are more tara. Assessment year, because the definition says 2.9. In the period of 12 months commencing on 1st April every year. I say Rahul is a boy. Next question, is he a boy? Or may not be may not work. It is 12 months, that's it. Okay. In a period of 12 months commencing on 1st April every year. Okay. 2 within bracket 9. Next. So charge. Income tax is a tax on total income earned by SSC during the previous year. Charge. What are the income items which are chargeable? Capital receipts are normally chargeable unless specifically excluded. Revenue receipts are normally not chargeable unless specific. You're in deep sleep. But correct me. I'm just telling you, okay, for the sake of telling. Capital receipts are normally not unless specifically included. Revenue receipts are normally
Chargeable.
Chargeable.
both the cases, if they are not chargeable, department will have to do changes. That's not the objective. Revenue receipts are normally chargeable. Chandan, in not revenue receipts are normally chargeable unless specifically
Excluded.
unless specifically exempted. Yeah, unless specifically exempted. So Capital receipts are normally not chargeable. So what's capital? What's revenue? Beautiful sentence by Shetty sir. What you receive for the source is capital. What you receive from
From.
the.
From.
From the
I have a mango tree in front of my house. Mangoes are grown in mango tree. Farah, in mango tree, apple grow होता है क्या?
Mango only, sir.
हाँ, जल्दी जोर बोलो.
Mango only, sir.
Okay. Now can you go to mango tree and eat apple, ma?
Yeah, if I carry along with me.
Obviously, same way that if what mango which is there in the mango tree, if you name it as apple, it can be apple also. Okay? मैंगो का नाम एप्पल रखना है. अभी स्ट्रॉबेरी बोलते हैं आपको, देन ब्लूबेरी बोलते हैं, ब्लैकबेरी बोलते हैं. खा सकते हैं, एप्पल बोलते हैं, तो नहीं खा सकते हैं. They're all phones. Correct? No? So, so ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಬೆರಿ, ಬ್ಲೂಬೆರಿ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ದೀಪ ಅದು ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ. So, where were we?
for the source and from the source.
Capital receipts are for the source. I cut that mango tree. I don't do it because it's against the nature. If I cut and sell, if I receive the money, it's called capital receipt. Mangoes I pick and sell. That is called revenue receipt. What you receive for and from. I am an employee of Shraddha Limited. She has appointed me for 5 years. Every month she gives me 1 lakh revenue receipt. After 2 years, she realizes I'm waste. She throws me out. And I say, you cannot because it is a breach of contract. So then she gives me a small compensation of 400 crores. The 400 crores what I get. So shall be called capital receipt because I'm using a source called employment. So that be happy. When you can give me 400 crores, how much you will be earning? Think big. Think big and don't think like now Rahul. He's planning to marry an auntie. That doesn't work out. Okay, right. So capital receipts are for the source. Ashok sir, revenue receipts are from the source. Okay. So revenue receipts are chargeable. Capital receipts are normally not chargeable. Unless specifically included. Right. Then we have discussed about mutuality. What is mutuality?
One cannot make profit by selling it to himself.
So I purchased this book for 100 rupees. I felt like having a masala dosa in SLV hotel. So 150 rupees masala dosa. 50 rupees, sorry. Abhyant. Masala dosa ಅಂದ್ರೆ buy open ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. So 100 rupees is the book cost. And I want to eat masala dosa for 50 rupees. I sell this for 150 rupees and make a profit of 50 rupees. Can I? You sell the book to yourself, not others. Sorry, I didn't mention that. So I sell this book to myself and make a profit of 50 rupees. So those who are not responding, please marry yourself and continue India. Better, best, and India will survive. Instead of having one more like, no, I'm serious. Better, Amma. But the biggest contribution to the India is actually no contribution. I'm very serious. Okay, so biggest contribution to Urti Bharat is what? Navya, not the way the population is okay, spreading like anything CC Jatre there. Alvene, our CC Jatre na kodre susta bidutte paapa avರಿಗೆ. Alvene, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಬಂದಾಳೆ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಊರಿಂದ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಶಿರ್ಸಿ saying that ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವಳು ಊರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಳೆ. ಏನು ಸ್ಕಂದ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಸ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇರ್ಲಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಇದೆ. ನೋಡೋಣ. So, capital receipts and revenue receipts, okay, capital receipts are normally not chargeable, but revenue receipts are normally chargeable. Is it clear? Unless specifically exemption. Fine. Next. So, mutuality, I was trying to say, I cannot sell the bottle to myself and cannot make a profit. Mutuality is not taxable, but exceptions. What are the exceptions to mutuality?
Mutual funds.
Best ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸರ್. ಇನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಆಗತ್ತೇನೋ? ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಾಲಿಟಿ, ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಆಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲಿ ಟೀ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಆಗತ್ತೇನೋ? ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್.
Insurance.
ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಏನ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್? ಏನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸಾ? ಪ್ರತಿಭೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋದು ಸುಸ್ತಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. division class agenda. Great. Really. So insurance is right. Very good. Then
28.
bracket 24/7. Mutual insurance company. By mutual insurance, cooperative society or insurance companies. Other 224/7A. 224 is income definition. 2 within bracket 24. 2 within bracket 7A. 24/7A. Banking by cooperative societies. Cooperative bank alla, cooperative society. 28 within the bracket III. Income of a trade, professional or other similar association by rendering specific services to members. Okay. So these are the three exceptions. Even though they are mutuality, they are going to be taxable. They are going to be taxable. Then diversion of income versus application of income. Anybody? You know, Chandan, ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ.
Diversion is from the source of the income is yes, sir. Transferred. And application is once you receive, then transfer.
So you transfer 2 lakh to your girlfriend. Application or diversion?
Application.
Why?
First I receive, then transfer.
No, first you receive, then girlfriend will come. Do you have a girlfriend now?
No.
ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಕಿಸ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಕಾಸಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿನ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಬೇರೆ something like there is a bikari near Bangalore railway station. So with due respect, okay, the beggar, you are saying, okay sir, 50 rupees de do, 50 rupees de do. So girlfriend ko masala dosa dilana hai. I have to get a masala dosa to my girlfriend. So Rahul asked, bikari or girlfriend? So bikari or girlfriend? Immediately he says, नहीं वो नहीं है, girlfriend ने भिखारी बना दिया. You know, girlfriend ने भिखारी बना दिया. It's so Savya, don't burais. Why are you feeling so? Your girlfriend or someone? No, tane. No, ಏನು ಟೆನ್ಷನ್? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಾ? ಬೇಡಲ್ವಾ? ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀಗ. ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಚಿಲ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಜೋಕ್ ಬ್ರೋ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೋತೀರ ನೀವು ಲೇಡೀಸ್, ಜೋಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ವಾ? ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡು, ಇರ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ಓಕೆ, ಸಂತ ಕರಡಲ್ವಾ? ಒಂದು ಬಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸರ್ ನೀವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ income from mutuality is not taxable. Diversion means transferring the right to receive income at the source itself. Very important, because you need to understand it is a diversion or application. Jit and Paul X-ray Private Limited, Allahabad High Court decision. Now, when I tell all this case like that, if you're getting tense, relax. If someone can catch, I'm happy. If someone cannot catch, still I'm happy. So that father X was supposed to transfer the business to son. He said, I'll transfer this business to you, provided tomorrow when you earn income, 30% you have to give to your mother. Before even we started earning income, he had an obligation to transfer 30%. That is called diversion. Whereas Chandan earns 20 lakh rupees. So moment he earns, obviously he will get attachments. Okay. He transfers 2 lakh to his girlfriend. That is an application, because after right to receive only, he has transferred. Understood? Diversion is not taxable. Application is taxable. Assuming Chandan transfers 6 lakh rupees to his girlfriend out of 20 lakh. 20 lakh is taxable in the hands of Chandan. 6 lakh is again taxable in the hands of girlfriend. So there is a double taxation. Sir, why I get 6 lakh rupees? Otherwise, sir, 87 rebates, no doubt. On the new regime, she may still get a benefit. Okay. Otherwise, let's say 9 lakh rupees if he has transferred. It is a doubly taxed because girlfriend is not a relative as per 56(2). Girlfriend is relative?
No, sir.
Okay, now you give the money on 14th February, Mr. Chandan, and by compulsion, okay, by 14th November, you marry her. You know, Rahul, we're laughing. See, I didn't say anything wrong, Sada. See, your brother is only, see, Rahul, Jenny, laugh, Yako. Why do you laugh? Bolo, Hindi.
Sir, you know why I laughed.
I don't know, bro. That's why I'm asking. I know. See, Rahul Jai, last week something happened in his house. So father was telling, actually, see, that girl I finalized, she Sheelavati, Rupavati, Gunavati, you have to marry her. This fellow says, no, I'll marry that poor mom only because she's already Dashwati. So there's no option. Gotagilva Sravya Sadda, or Nantar innocent. Gotagilva Sravya. ಸದರಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ಅವ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಮತ್ತೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ? ಇರ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಶೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗರ್ಭವತಿ ಅಂತ, ಸೊ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ನೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. Obligating event as per India 37. Okay, ಅದೇನೋ ಇರ್ಲಿ. So what was the discussion? Why not missing the week? Okay, ಹೇಳೋ, ಈ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
November 14th.
February 14th, you gave her a good exam. Then November 14th, you marry her. So that means you gifted it to wife. Agata. After the marriage, if you gift, it is exempted. Whereas before that, if you gift, it is not exempted. But I told you, the same breath, any financial transaction with your spouse is risky. Spouse is risky. Why? Yako, Aishwarya? Clubbing. Section 64 will be attractive. Clubbing. Okay? Right. With this introduction, let us move on. Section 1. Is it okay? Going well?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Short title commencement extent. Income Tax Act applies to whole of India, including Jammu and Kashmir. Section 2, definition section. Section 3, previous year. Section 4 is charge. Section 5, scope of total income. Hold on. Let us go to section 6. Residential status. It has got 6 plus 1 subsections. Is it visible correctly, bro?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, all of you, time may not be suffice in the revision class to go through every point, but quickly all of you read, glance. Then you will be sharing the material. So, just to tell you, whatever I discussed is already almost there. Tax, total income, SSC 27, previous year. Estimate year is normally, estimate year is always 12 months. Now, in the following cases, income of the previous year is chargeable in previous year itself. Slab D, slab B, slab D of the category. Slab, okay, D, that's also fine. Discontinued business, okay. What is slab D? Apart from 29.
2 clause 9 assessment year means a period of 12 months commencing from 1st April every year. Exceptions: income of slab D, shipping business of a non-resident,
Shipping. So shipping business of what? Non-resident.
person leaving India, AOP by BOI formed for a particular reason, a purpose, transfer of property to avoid tax, discontinued business.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ SLAP ಇದು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಇದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅನನ್ಯ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಒಂದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಟು ದ ರೂಲ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಬಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್, ನಾಟ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಒನ್. ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಟು ದ ರೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಬಲ್ ಇನ್ ಎಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್. ಸೊ ಅಥವಾ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ರೈಟ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಏನದು, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಬಲ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಓಕೆ, liable to tax, extremely important definition. 2022 budget.
Liable to tax in relation to a person means that there is a liability of tax on such person under any law for the time being in force in any country, and shall include a case where subsequent to imposition of tax liability an exemption has been provided.
So even subsequent tax has been exempted, so that will still be considered as a what you call liable to tax, right? Then person definition go through madi. Charge. Next, surcharge rate. Tax rates anyway is available at the end. I will come back to that later. Surcharge. Yes, agricultural income. Glance much. I will not waste much time on that. Quickly, all of you go through. So agriculture income, just for glancing purpose, it is a rent revenue derived from an agricultural land situated in India. Special point is on the heart of a city called Bangalore. You have an agricultural land and you grow paddy, sugarcane, etc. It is agriculture income. Farm building should not be in urban land. Farm building should be in a non-urban land, whereas everything else can be here. Somewhere note it down, 200 pages or whatever. Yeah. Somewhere you keep scribbling, okay. Land to RMRs. My new friends maintain a separate book. When I say arrow mark, you put the arrow mark like this, extreme left and extreme right. Land, left side, agriculture, right side, non-agriculture. Below the left side, agricultural, 2 arrow marks. Agricultural activity. Okay. Agricultural. So it is agricultural, non-agricultural. Under agricultural, 2 arrow marks. In India, outside India. Below the right side, non-agriculture, anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. Now, in India, agricultural activities, under that 2 arrows, last arrow, 2 arrows, left side, anywhere including urban. Anywhere including urban. Say growing paddy, or wheat, or sugarcane in the heart of Mumbai, Chennai. Is agriculture income as per 218, which is completely exempt from tax. As per section
N1.
10.
10
N1.
with the bracket 1. 10 within the bracket 1. Very good.
Yes, sir.
10 within the bracket 1. Right side, farm building is agricultural income. Yavaga, Subarna, own IFF. IFF andre if and only. It is subject to local land revenue tax. It is subject to what? Local land revenue tax or situated in non-urban area. Urban, non-urban. Don't use the word village. Urban or non-urban area. Non-urban. Farm building a matra condition. Farm building should be in non-urban area. Urban area, it is an income. Which is taxable. Situated in what? Non-urban land. Samajh mein aa gaya? So I repeat this. Growing sugarcane in the heart of Mumbai city is agricultural income. Mumbai is in India. That's it. But a farm building in Mumbai city is not exempted. In a village, it is exempted. Sabko samajh mein aa gaya?
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. Yes. Bolo.
Sir, if it is in urban area and subject to local land revenue tax.
No, not one. Local land revenue tax means not the municipal tax what you pay in the local. So it's a very interesting point. It's subject to local land revenue tax comes only if it is in a village. So concept of local revenue tax is only for village tax, Gram Panchayat, etc. City ke liye local revenue tax nahi bolta hai.
Yes, sir.
Property tax what it's not. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now moving on. So what is that? Sorry. I think this chart, this right side, पढ़ रहे? Rahul ji?
Which one, sir? Farm building. No, that is outside India, sir.
No, farm building, yeah.
Farm building is agricultural income if and only if it is subject to local land revenue tax or situated in non-urban area.
Non-urban area. Okay. What urban area is definition? Look at this. Okay. So urban area is our parota. Any area, look at me. So which is having a town, the town of our city limits with a population less than 10,000 is always non-urban. In your village, town, you just visualize. Population of that village, town is less than 10,000 is always non-urban. Don't use the word village. So urban, non-urban. Okay. So more than 10,000 plus 2 kilometers from the local limits is called urban. So if it is a population huge, 1 lakh plus 6 kilometers, whereas if it's 10 lakh, 8 kilometers. So 10,000 population है तो 2 kilometers लेना है, 1 lakh population है तो 6 kilometers लेना है, whereas 10 lakh population है तो you have to go by 8 kilometers. So 10,000 population plus 2 kilometers is also urban. If it is 1 lakh plus 6 kilometers, whereas if it's 10 lakh plus 8 kilometers. सबको समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's about it. Next chart में अभी आ जाओ भाई. Agricultural activity हो गया? हाँ. So read the complete chart once more. So left side what? Agricultural activity, correct?
Yes, sir.
ये नीचे क्या लिखा है आपने? In India.
Yes, sir.
हाँ. ये done now. Now right side, outside India, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Read the chart. Read the chart. I lost the flow. Top land 2 RMRs.
2 RMRs. On the right hand side, non-agricultural income anywhere in the world. Left hand side, agricultural income. Under that, 2 RMRs in India, outside India. Under in India, agricultural activity. Under that, 2 RMRs anywhere, including urban, say growing paddy, etc. On the right hand side, farm building is agricultural income.
So now the right side chart is what? Agricultural. What is the arrow mark to fill now?
So now in India is completed.
Outside.
Okay.
Outside India.
Outside India, what? Agricultural activity, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, below that, right? IFOS in India. IFOS. Taxable as IFOS in India. Subject to section 6. If you're R and OR, if you're a non-resident American fellow are growing something in America, why is it taxed in India? Are you pagal? Huh? So if you're R and OR, now interested. Sir, American income is, sir, R and OR, global income is taxable. Global income is taxable. I hope you're understanding. Yes. So suddenly don't confuse. So it's becoming like so. I'll connect with all practicals. Just wait. Have some patience. Okay. Next क्या है? Agriculture is done. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next what?
Non-agricultural anywhere in the world.
Confirm what that is. Okay. So left side is what? Top only. Top agriculture, non-agriculture. Correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
इसके नीचे left side is no agricultural activity. Then
In India.
in India, this is outside. Left side का completely हो गया.
हाँ, sir.
Complete हो गया. Right side क्या है? Left side top में क्या है? Right side में
Non-agriculture.
non-agriculture. So say sale of such land. You're not doing agriculture, you're selling it. Transfer. Sale by transfer of such land. Under that 2 RMRs. Non-urban agricultural land. Non-urban agricultural land. Below that, anybody? Not a capital asset. Very good. As per 214. This is how you have to integrate the subject. Not a capital asset as per 2 within bracket 14. Hence, no capital gain. Right side, then urban agricultural land. Urban agricultural land. Under that 2 RMRs. In India, underline, small a, section 10 within the bracket 37 exemption. Section 10 within the bracket 37. You can see the chat box, Mr. Nitish. 10 within the bracket 37 exemption. When it is either compulsorily acquired or the urban agriculture land. I hope the chart is correct. Urban agriculture land in India, 1037 exemption when it is compulsorily acquired or consideration fixed by RBI. Consideration fixed by RBI. Straight away exempted. Below that itself, small b, or exemption under section 54B. Look at the beautiful chart. 54B. When invested in another agricultural land in India. Invested in another agricultural land, urban or rural, in India. Right side. there. So urban agricultural land in India. Now left out is only urban or am I right? Yeah.
Yes.
Taxable as capital gain. Taxable as capital gain. Which is the bracket? Including land sold in UK. Including land sold in UK, comma, subject to section 6. Section 6 is important. Residential status. सबको समझ में आ गया? The entire chart is complete, perfectly understood. So
Yes,
just
sir.
to conclude, agricultural activity anywhere in India is exempted. Resident, non-resident, agriculture exempt under 10(1). Resident or non-resident, everybody is exempted. Okay. Agricultural activity in India, urban, non-urban doesn't matter. Farm building should not be in urban area. Okay, if it is urban area, it's taxable. Next, sale of an agricultural land, if it is a non-urban land in India, it is not a capital asset, don't bother, exempted. Whereas anywhere else, including outside India, it's taxable as a capital gain. It's taxable as a capital gain. Are you clear? And sale of an agricultural land is not agricultural income. It is a capital gain. It is a capital gain. Same way, agricultural income definition says rent or revenue derived from agricultural land in India, then marketing process, farm building. Third floor, if I got the nursery activity, so small plants, okay, that is also agricultural income. Agricultural income is completely exempt. Three interconnected provisions. Point number 1, it is exempt. Point number 2, partial integration. So partial integration is applicable only for slab SSCs with the BL. 5 categories. Individual HF, AOP, BY, and AJP. During Matra Bharat, partial integration. For others, it doesn't come. For example, cooperative society slab taxation, but there is no BEL. That means partial integration, not applicable. Company firms etc. flat taxation, there is no partial integration. Why? Logic the partial integration pushes the tax rate of non-agricultural income to the next slab. Suppose I am a company, 30% rate, how can I push to next slab? Where if you are an individual, 5%, 20%, 20%, 30% I can push. I hope you are understanding. So it is applicable only for slab SSCs with the BL, partial integration. For others, it is not applicable. Are you able to absorb?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Right. And partial integration, there are 2 conditions. Agricultural income should be more than 5,000. Non-agricultural income should be above the basic exemption limit. Above the basic exemption limit. Quick work. Agricultural income related provisions. Arrow marks, maybe 3-4 arrow marks. First arrow marks. Agricultural income defined in 2(1)(a). 2 within the bracket 1(a) is completely exempt from tax. Completely exempt from tax as per section 10(1). Do not conclude in life anything before we complete. Some of you, it is all theory. Wait. So unless I give the introduction, I cannot talk the practical area. Wait. Don't jump. Wait. After completing DT, you will say, wow, okay. Not because I am doing it, you will definitely accept it. First one is what? Exam resolution 10 marks. Second error mark. Partial integration. Partial integration under the 2 error marks. Conditions. Small a, AI greater than 5,000 per annum. A and artificial intelligence.
Agricultural.
अभी तो वही चाहिए, नेचुरल तो नहीं है हमारे पास, नेचुरल इंटेलिजेंस. So AI greater than 5,000 per annum, Anant, and small b, India, Chamketi, B what? Non-agriculture income should be greater than, बेटे नव्या, बड़ी पैन आके से क्या करते हैं, पैन आके भी नित्य बढ़ते. Non-agriculture income should be greater than, बढ़को खेलता था, I'm asking you. Thank you. Non-agriculture income should be greater than BEL.
Yeah.
Basic exemption limit. Example, Sagar, 92 years. Papa, Vidya, Lidya, Kastake. Bandana by mistake, 92 years. Yeah. Salary received 5,20,000. Agriculture income 4,000 crores. But code.
No partiality.
No PI, no tax. No PI, no tax. Ravya, salary received, make a circle. 520 minus 50,000 standard action, which comes below 5 lakh Anant. So below 5 lakh for 8 years resident, basic exemption limit is applicable. Understood, Baba?
Yes, sir.
All of your understanding. So you're looking a little smart now because you're in the revision class. So 5 lakh would be above 5 lakh Allah. Basic exemption limit 5 lakh. But 5 lakh 20,000 Nitish I said received. 50,000 standard action. Even under the new regime, they will get it. So 4 lakh 70 ho jayega, which is below 5 lakh. There is no partial integration. Understood, Baba? Right side. Right. Steps in PI. Number 1, add agricultural income to non-agricultural income. And what? Compute tax. Compute tax. Step 2, add agricultural income to BEL and compute tax. Step 3, tax payable is equal to step 1 minus step 2. Step 1 minus step 2. Next. So this is about partial integration. First, second, third error mark. Partly agriculture, partly business income. With a part of CA final question, along with the 33A. Okay. Don't think I'm doing time pass. So partly agriculture, rarely, noted once in 5 exams they might touch it, but still, I don't know which exam is that. So partly agriculture and what? Partly business income. Rule 7 to rule 8. 7A, 7B, 8. Okay. Very RCT. Rubber, coffee and tea. Rubber, coffee and tea. One by one. Rubber, 65%. R means rubber. Then you are understanding, Baba? Janani Bhubesh. Rubber, 65%. Next. Coffee. Coffee normally 75%. 75%. Next. Coffee roasted and grounded. Coffee roasted and grounded. And tea 60%. Those percentages what make an under agriculture income highest. Then we call Ashok sir, agriculture income percentage is high. Balance is a business income. So 65, 35, 75, 25, 60, 40. Suppose समझ में आ गया?
Yes, sir.
Below that, in any other case, say sunflower into oil, rose into paneer, ಅಥವಾ sugar into jaggery. In other case, FMB of the agriculture police. So whatever we are going for a captive consumption is added to agriculture income, and deducted from Badkoli. Deducted from
This income.
business income. Business income. Next. So first the exemption part, second one, third one, now last paragraph. 33AB. 33AB. Rarely but important. TDA. Tea development account. Coffee development account, CDA, RCT, then rubber development account. For given arrow mark to the previous one, partly agriculture is in so who is growing as well as converting. I grow tea leaves and convert into tea powder. Coffee beans, then convert into coffee powder. For them. Then deduction 2 RMRs. 40% of profit of such business, or right side, amount deposited in TDA, etc. Say NABARD, amount deposited in TDA, etc. in specified bank at the National Bank for Agriculture, etc. Connected rate, whichever is less. For your understanding, whatever you deposit. So completely below that, write one example. Shraddha, 20 years, growing and manufacturing tea. Total profit from such activity ₹60 lakh, 60 lakh. Beautiful presentation. 2 RMRs. Agriculture income. 60%, 36 lakh. Right side, PGBP, business income, 40%, 24 lakh. So tea ge 60-40, rubber ge 65-35, coffee ge normally 75-25, but roasted grounded la smell la sakata chikori la early. So 60-40. So right side business income kitna hai?
24
lakh. Less deposited in TDA, tea development account. Suggest also interpretation mistake there. From the left side also they have deducted. Tappad should be this way only. Deposit in one of the suggest also mistake. Just deposit in TDA. Say 15 lakh, 15 lakh. Within the bracket, section 33AB. 24 lakh into 40%, 9.6, or 15 lakh, whichever is less. So 9.6. So 24 minus 9.6, 14.4. Everybody understood the presentation, or you want me to show?
Understood.
Understood. Left ಅಲ್ಲಿ 60%, straight away 36 lakh exempted. Right side 24 lakh. From here you should deduct based on the 9.6. 24 minus 9.6 is 14.4. Everybody understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 14. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 33 AB ಗೆ star must file a report. Must file a report from CA within specified date. Specified date ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ section
44 AB.
ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಚಂದನ್ keep telling. Okay, very good. So 44 AB, sorry, specified date defined below 44 AB, section 44 AB, extremely important. Vedan Shetty, ideyano? Rebecca, Vedan Shetty. Yes, sir. Next. Continue. Right. So tax, compute the tax of Shraddha. Tax of the old bit. Next. Understood. Next, completely below that. What is tax payable by Shraddha? Very. Tax payable by Shraddha. Dash rate PA. Step 1. Tax on agriculture income is which is the bracket.
36 lakh.
Which is the tax on starter bracket. 36 plus 14.4. You know?
Yes, sir.
Tax on 36 plus 14.4. Rest of 50.4 lakh is there. It's per record.
13.245 lakh.
13.245
lakh.
whatever. Next. Ado up to 10 lakh, 1 lakh 12,500. On the balance, okay, 40.4 lakh with 30%. So it comes to total list the bar, Rahul?
13.24.
Divya, 13.24 lakh. Yeah. So up to 10 lakh, 1 lakh 12,500. On the balance into 30%, 13.24 lakh. I trust them. Calculation, I'm not responsible. Next, step 2. Tax on, which is the bracket. Shraddha 20 years because she is below 60 years. 2.5 lakh. Plus how much?
36 lakh.
36 lakh. Tax on agricultural income and BL. Add money. So 2.5 plus 36. Add agricultural income to the BL and compute tax.
9,67,500.
Stop.
9,67,500.
I trust him. 967 and then up to 10 lakh, but you apply that slab. So step 3, tax payable. Step 1 minus step 2. Esto
3,57,000.
3 lakh.
57,000.
57,000. The first step was 13,24,500.
But ಅದು ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, otherwise my mathematics will not go correctly. 13 lakh 24,500. How does it match? First one. So that means next one is 967. Now you got call. Hello.
3,57,000.
3,57,000. Step 3. Tax payable. Step 1 minus step 2. Add surcharge. Add surcharge at 10%. With a hashtag aquí. Which is the bracket? Why? Since total income is
Greater than 50 lakhs.
what is total income? Aishwarya, what is total income?
50,40,000.
Since total income is 50,40,000. 50 lakh 40,000, above 50 lakh, 10%. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
35,700.
35,700. hashtag ಹಾಕಿ add up. ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ
392,700.
add HEC at 4%.
So marginal relief.
That's exactly. ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. Yeah. So add HEC at 4%. How much?
15,708.
Yeah. Final tax below
408,408.
408,410. 408,410 the tax. ಅದರ ಕೆಳಗೆ hashtag ಹಾಕಿ subject to margin relief. Why you tell me income is slightly above 50 lakh? To do the margin relief, ಅದು calculation ಮಾಡೋಕೆ time waste ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. You should know margin relief has to be given. Did you understand? I'm here to be the concept. Are you clear about the concept? Everybody?
Yes.
Important, very important. Total income never includes exempted incomes. Total income never includes exempt income. And hence, accordingly, Section 87A rebate and surcharge. 87A rebate and surcharge. Small a. Small a. Small a. Agricultural activity. Agricultural income 4 lakh. Business income 5 lakh. Arrow mark. Total income is
5.
Total income 5 lakh, not 9 lakh. 5 lakh, hence 87A. सिगते 87A is available. समझ में आ रहा है? Next. Example 2. Business income 40 lakh. Sai Vishnu. Agriculture income 25 lakh. Total income is equal to Aishwarya 40 lakh. Dash no surcharge. Don't think it is above 50 lakh. Nako. Next. Done. Next one more important point. HEC is added always at the end. HEC is added always at the end to RMRs. Say after partial integration, after 87A rebate, left. 87A rebate, after doing that, this example doubt barbaadu. ಇಲ್ಲಿ doubt ಬರಲ್ಲ. Exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ HEC first start. HEC is always at the end. After partial integration, after 87A rebate, after surcharge. After surcharge. Right side, heading kalli exception. But before section 91 relief. Yesterday's class. So 91 of the double taxation avoidance agreement relief irutte. Adu kot. So HEC add you should do the 91 relief. Understood?
Yes.
All of you are comfortable with this connection of all the related agricultural activities? Okay. So now let us move on. Yes. Already. Income is done. Surcharge, etc. Okay. Tax rates eldri gottalva. Tax rates is given at the end. Right. Tax rates, you know. So tax rate. Okay. Tax rates. So for 5 slab SSCs, individual HF able to give a AJP. Normal tax rates up to 2.5 lakh nil, then 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20%, about 10 lakh 30%. Whereas the same 5 SSCs now, new revised 115 BAC which is a default regime. So you have to go by that. For them, so whether you're a resident or non-resident, irrespective of your age, so every 3 lakh, there is a change. Up to 3 lakh, nil, 3 lakh to 6 lakh, 5%, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 15, 5, 10, 15, 20%. There is no 25% slab there. Above 15 lakhs straight away, it comes to 30%. And normally, that 115 BSE tax rate, okay, up to 15 lakh is going to be 1,50,000, irrespective of the age, note down. 115 BSE, new regime, dash, resident or non-resident, comma, irrespective of age, irrespective of age, below that, total income up to 15, ಅದು calculation ಮಾಡೋದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, don't waste your time ಅಂತ month. Total income up to 15 lakh, 15, dash 1,50,000. On the balance, 30%. Within the bracket, meaning 115 BAC, the new regime, 115 back into K ತೆಗಿಬಿಡಷ್ಟೇ ಕೆರ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 115 BAC not applicable for special incomes. Are you clear, Baba? Yeah. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ all of you. The fresh page ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ quick. Tax rates for AY 24-25. Heading ಅಲ್ಲಿ section 231 person definition ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರ, for all of them I'm going to write initially 231 person. Arrow mark, I think 3 to 4 arrow marks. First one, 5 slab SSCs with BL. Under the capital A, old regime. If opted, today you have to opt to old regime. It is not a default regime. If opted, sorry, up to 2.5 lakh, nil total income. 2.5 to 5 lakh, 5%. Up to 2.5 lakh, nil. 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh, 5%. ತಿನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ತಿನ್ನೋ ಜೊತೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ನಾವಿಷ್ಟು
ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ
ಟೈಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. NPM ಟೈಪಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಬರೀ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಪ್ ಟು 2.5 lakh ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಪ್ ಟು 2.5 lakh ನಲ್ಲಿ CST ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಲೆಟರ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡು, ನಾನು ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೈಪಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಪ್ ಟು 2.5 lakh ನಿಲ್, 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh, 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, and 5 to directly 20%, about 10 lakh, 30%. Meaning resident greater than equal to 60 years, resident greater than equal to 60 years, BL 3 lakh. Below that, resident greater than equal to 8 years, BL 5 lakh. Within the bracket, 1st April birthday notification of ICI, sorry, CBDT. 1st April birthday, comma, 31st March, 60/80. So, one particular year, you will become 60th year or 80th year. If 1st April birthday ಆದ್ರೂ, so then Rahul, one day before 31st March will become, the boss ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾವಾಗಂತ, one day before you will become what we call 60 years or 8 years available. Leave one line left side, Roman number 2 or capital B. Default regime Now default regime is 115 BSc version. Default regime. New regime 115 BSc. Della 5 SSC. Modlo 115 BSc was only for individual lecture. Ega for everybody. Beautiful. New regime, default regime 115 BSc for all those 5. Which is the bracket? Resident or non-resident? Everybody say. Resident, non-resident, age. Okay. Right. Up to 3 lakh nil. Next. 3 lakh to 15 lakh. Comma, for every 3 lakh, 5%. Every 3 lakh, 5% increase. 5% increase. So 3 to 6, 5, 6 to 9, 5 will increase. And beyond 15 lakh, 30%. In the bracket here, no 25% bracket. I'll show you all these are there in the caps pattern, but it is a summary, best way to call. No 25% bracket. Next, this is about first. So person includes individual HF Adagat. Second RMR. Firms and local authority. Then tax rate of flat 30%. Flat firms and local authority flat 30%. In the bracket. Firm includes LLP. Close the bracket. One more ink. Only for 44 AD and 44 ADA. Only for 44 AD and 44 ADA. Keep writing. Some of you may not know 44 AD and 44 ADA. LLP is not included. Only firm is there, but LLP no. Recall are you able to recall Niranjan? Next, third RMR, companies. Totally 4 RMRs. Companies. Under that capital A, domestic companies. Company. Normally 30%. Whereas when turnover in previous year,
21, 20.
previous year 21-22 is less than equal to 400 crores. Less than equal to 400 crores. It is 25%. So based on 21-22, you have to decide 25% for the current year, current previous year 2020, 25%, with all benefits. This is 25% with all benefits. Next line, domestic company, below that. After foregoing certain benefits, concession, etc. After foregoing certain benefits, concession, etc. One by one. 115 bar. Domestic manufacturing. So 25%. Previous 25%, no benefit withdrawn. Below 400 crores, straight away, all benefits are given. 115 BA, chat box will yes. So 115 bar, 25%. Next, 115 bar, double A. 115 bar. Any domestic company, manufacturing, in domestic, any domestic company. So first 25%, then we reduce it, 22%. 22%. Next, Babu. Babu. 115 Babu. Babu nahi bab. 15%. Least only for domestic manufacturing company. First one is domestic manufacturing. Next is any domestic company. Now this is again domestic manufacturing company. 15%. 1.5. So of course, idea. For all domestic companies, these are the provisions. Within the bracket, flat 10% surcharge. Which companies? Quick.
115 BA and BA.
B double A, single A.
Double.
Double.
flat 10% surcharge from rupee 1 for least tax rate. ಇಲ್ಲಿ least ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ for least tax rate 115 BAA and 115 BAB dash meaning ಅಲ್ಲಿ no MAT. ಇಲ್ಲಿ flat 10% ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ MAT ಇಲ್ಲ. For them MAT is not applicable. Are you able to interconnect, Baba?
Yes, sir.
So flat 10% ಬರುತ್ತೆ ದರ್ಶನ್ 10% flat ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೊ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಡನ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಲೋ ದಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಐತಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ 2 hours ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ.
A domestic company.
Leave 2 lines. Capital B rebuilding foreign company flat 40%. Last term special AJP ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು AJP ಆಗಿದೆ. ನವ್ಯ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ರೈಟ್ ಸರ್. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ AJP ಕೋಆಪರೇಟಿವ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಅಪ್ ಟು 10,000 nil
10%.
10%.
ನಾನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬರೀತೀರ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಐ ಪೇ ಪಾಸ್. ಅಪ್ ಟು 10,000 ನಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, 10 ಸಲ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಪ್ ಟು 10,000 ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ನಿಲ್. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ BEL ಫಾರ್ ಕೋಆಪರೇಟಿವ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ಅಪ್ ಟು 10,000 10%. ವಿದ್ಯಾ 10,000 to 20,000 ಎಷ್ಟು?
20%.
20%.
Above 20,000 30%. Next, below that only options. After foregoing certain benefits, how do you get 115 bad, 22%. Next, new section 115 Kabe EAE 115 Advanced City. What are you doing? 115 BAE new manufacturing company revision class. It will focus again. Revision class 115 BAE new manufacturing societies. Okay, esto 15%. So I told you to make it on par with the corporate. Last to 22% and 15%. Okay, same like domestic companies. I hope. Now if you look at this chart, beautiful one, 231. Person include individual, HF, company, then firm, AOP or BY, local authority, then any other article, everybody is covered in a 4 hour state of tax. Did you understand, Baba?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, completely below that. Surcharge rates. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 RMRs ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 RMR. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ you give the names on top ಅಲ್ಲಿ ABCD top. ABCD. So surcharge rates again same for A and there are 5 slab SSCs. Total income up to 50 lakh nil. 50 to 100 lakh 10%. 100 to 200 lakh 20%. 15%. Up to 50 nil. 50 to 100 10%. 100 lakh to 200 lakh 15%. 200 lakh to 500 lakh 25%. Greater than 500 lakh 37%.
7%.
Within the bracket greening for 115 BAC 115 BAC about 200 lakh 25% only. There is no 37% slab. Are you able to reconnect now? See, when we taught initially, I would have never talked about it. Now, since you know the subject, now you interconnect. So if they follow this 115 BAC, if I don't follow, what the rate of? All the understood, Baba?
Yes, sir.
Below that, only here, below that one, only here, but for A. Okay. Max surcharge for section 111A. 111A, 112A, 112. All of you know this?
Yes.
And dividend income. 111A, 112A chat box. Then 112 and dividend income is 15%. 15% when the total income is greater than 200 lakh. The total income is greater than 200 lakh. The common sense is this provision cannot be applied to companies. Why you tell me? Their surcharge rate maximum is only 12%. Yeah. Where the question of making 15%? Use the common sense. So, sir, example, sir, is it 111 111 112? Company surcharge is maximum 12%. Where the question of 12% cannot exceed 12%. Within the bracket. This provision not for companies, etc. Not for companies, etc. Since for all other associates, max surcharge is 12%. Have you understood the point, Baba? Break better, Baba. You want a quick break of 5 minutes, better. Do you want or no?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Want I can give, but not required. Like what? So that's for A, for the second number can B only. Firms are
Yes, sir.
like 12% when total income is more than 100 lakh. So firm size type martin no? Why are you typing? Huh?
Sir,
Why are you typing instead of writing?
ಅದು ಬುಕ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇತ್ತು
Huh?
ಸರ್ ಬುಕ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇತ್ತು ಸರ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
Exam has to be written in pen alva. So ದೇವರು ಕಾಪಾಡಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ. So ಏನದು for total income above 100 lakh, surcharge is to 12%. ಅಷ್ಟೇ, that's it. Third remark. ಯಾವುದು for companies. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ರಿ. Capital A for domestic companies. Ashok sir, domestic companies 7% and 12%. And total income is more than 100 lakh / 1000 lakh. You all lakhs alle maatadi. Omme crores, omme lakhs confusion agutte. When total income is more than 100 lakh by 1000 lakh. Next, capital B for foreign companies 2% / 5% deductible. Okay, Baba.
Yes.
Reasonable recall. Last one. Yaudu? Cooperative society. Give a connection to firms. Same. You know. 12% when it exceeds 100 lakh. Have you understood? Slab rates completely below that. That is tax rate is Roman number 1, surcharge is Roman number 2, leave one line, Roman number 3. Section 87A rebate. So when a regular class will look at me, I told you to strike off that old 87A. Actually, you should not. After the class, I realized. So old 87A you cannot strike off. One thing BSc, if I default to new rebate. Otherwise, you will still go by old 87A rebate. So I told you strike off because old, but it's not old law, it is an existing law when I go by the old regime. So strike off, strike off the strike off, okay, unstrike off. Okay, bari. Ananya, focus made. Network issue, our talege focus made. Ananya Shetty, focus made. So 87A rebate. 87A rebate. Only for ಯಾರಿಗೆ resident individual. Resident individual. 2 RMRs. Old regime. Old law ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು old regime. Old regime. Total income up to 5 lakh. In the bracket, say 5 lakh and 4. ಇದು MCQ ಓಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ಕೆ. Why you tell me 5 lakh 4 will be rounded up to 5 lakh. So up to 5 lakh and 4. Correct, Adiba? Up to 5 lakh and 4. Up to 12,500. Up to, up to 12,500. Because in some cases, 112 tax is ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So up to 12,500. Below 12,500. That's it. Here, heading color, no marginal relief here. No margin relief. Old regime only margin relief illa. Right side. For resident individual year return, up to total income of 7 lakh. Rebate up to 25,000. Below that, also margin relief applies here. We have done on problem recently. Also, margin relief important. 87 year margin relief applies. Now connect left with right. Old or new. Heading kali no 87A. For section 112A tax. 112A tax, 87A. Which one? Are you able to interconnect, Baba, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Roman number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ali top ali can you go to Roman number 1? Here go tax rates and tax rate. And Roman number 1 and the normal incomes and tax. Whatever we did there till in the third is normal income. Next. So now you write Roman number 4.
Yes, sir.
Actually, should have been Roman number 1, 2, then 3, 4. Whatever. Release. Okay. Special incomes. Special incomes. Tax rate. Tax rate given by income act itself. Normal income is finance activity. This is given by income tax act itself. One by one. First paragraph. Capital gains. Capital gains. Under that, small a. STCG, sorry, small a section 111A. STCG on listed dash equity shares, comma EOF units, comma units of
Business.
business trust. Business trust. At the flat 15%. Next, small b, 112A. The chat box will previous one. 112A. LTCG ditto. Equity share UIF units are LTCG ditto at 10% after relaxing 1 lakh. 112A, India 10% after relaxing 1 lakh. Within bracket, no indexation. Long term or indexation is very important. Within the bracket, equity shares on purchase and sale, STT. So equity shares are the purchase model STT kodbeku, sale model STT kodbeku. Semicolon. EOF and business trust units. Equity oriented fund units and what? Units of business trust. STT on sale. ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Even if you're not paid, okay. Are you understanding, Baba?
Yes, sir.
Close the bracket. Below that, EOF, which is one more EOF, equity oriented fund. Dash. Mutual fund investing in another mutual fund. Investment in domestic equity shares. So investment in, it is in a revision class. I'm not going for too elaborate, but I don't want to miss a special point. Domestic equity shares greater than equal to 90% and 90%. Greater than equal to 90% and 90%. इसका मतलब क्या है? So Birla Mutual Fund investment in Birla Mutual Fund 90%. That mutual fund invests in domestic company shares more than 90%. So one mutual fund, another mutual fund, then domestic company shares more than 90%. Semicolon. Direct more than equal to 65%. More than equal to ಎಷ್ಟು
65%.
ಕೇಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ
65.
65.
65%. ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೊಡುವ ನನಗೂ ಕೇಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಎಷ್ಟು 65%. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ mutual fund to mutual fund 90, then domestic company 90% because it's indirect. Whereas mutual fund is directly investing in the domestic company, it should be about 65%. Samajh mein aa gaya baba? Everybody understood?
Yes.
Within the bracket 50 AA. Then 50 AA. Specified mutual fund. ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಂಟರ್ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದು ಬರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈಡ್ SMF, ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈಡ್ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ within the bracket, and also MLD, market linked debentures, which are taxed as STCP, Close the bracket. SMF in the definition, SMF. Yeah. Investment in domestic company equity shares. ಎಷ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು?
Less than
35%.
Excellent. Less than equal to 35% of the total proceeds of the fund. Less than equal to 35% of ಹೊಸ amendment of new amendment. Less than equal to 35% of total proceeds of the fund. Are you understanding the interconnection of the topics? Yeah. So equity oriented. Okay na? So alle you can draw a line. Chickle line. 0, 35%, 65%, 90%, 100%. Right down. 0, very round. 35%, then 65, 90, 100. Less than 0 to 35 is called SMF, specified mutual fund, defined under section 50 AA. 35 to 65 ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಉಂಟಾಡ್ತಿಂದ. Next, 65 to 100 direct investment is called EOF. So you invested in that. So it is important for IBS. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ AFM ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, IBS ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Then above 90% ಯಾವಾಗ? So mutual fund and then domestic company. EOF fund to fund. Are you connecting? If you're not in the regular class, you're not ready, you may not understand 100%, but you try to connect. But those who attend the class, you're able to recall alwa. Pakka.
Yes.
New friends also, as long as you're understanding 90%, it's great. Okay. So 100% you may not understand, it's okay. Next, below that only. Business trust. So we wrote on the top, EOF, equity oriented fund with the business trust, that REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. Navya, get it? and INVIT. Infrastructure Investment Trust. Listed as per SEBI. SEBI registered. So, LTCG of these securities, equity shares, EOF units, business trust, 112A without any indexation, 1 lakh relaxation, 10% tax. 111A, short term on the computation in the usual manner, 15%. 15, 111A, 15%.
Yes, sir.
112A, 10%. Next, A, B, C answer. Next, section 112. Any other LTCG, and other than for a 112. Any other LTCG, flat 20%. Flat 20%. Within the bracket, look at the beauty within the bracket. Residents can use the above three for shortfall of BL. In the BL in a short array, so above three sections can be used. Beauty. These are exam questions. What you call shortfall of BL, comma, only after using normal income. First normal income is important. Am I conveying beautifully? Normal income ke BL idre adanu use madi. Adilla andre then you have to go by this. Semicolon. Non-resident cannot. Non-resident ke idanu BL use madangilla. You cannot use it. Punicha. Everybody understood? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Next. 150 BB. 150 BB. You know, casual incomes. Say lotteries, horse race, etc. Flat 30%. 30%. This is a bracket. TDS 184B. That is related to TDS 184B / 184B at 30%. Yavaga.
Greater than 10,000.
Greater than 10,000. Excellent. 1 second. Are you able to catch what I'm doing?
Yes.
Tax rate is 30%. Correspondingly, there's the TDS section 184B and 184BB. So 184B is for lottery, etc. 184BB is for horse race. About 10,000, you should do a 30% TDS. Going hand in hand, harmonious. Next, immediately 184, 150 BBJ. 115 BBJ. Winning from online games. Winning from online games. Which is the bracket. Now outside 115 BB. 150 BB is later. Buddhita. Just to tax rate or
Net winning 30% on net winnings.
I like that word. 30% of the net winnings. Receipt to expense net winnings 30%. TDS section yavado
194 BA.
Very good. 194 BA. So B and BA middle insert ಮಾಡೋದು. 194 section 194 BA. At what rate? 30%. 30% of net winnings. Again, net winnings. Comma. What is the limit?
No limit.
No limit. 10,000, 20,000 limit illa. 100 rupees also you are supposed to use the TDS. Samajh mein aa gaya Baba?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So 115 is done. 115B, 115BB, 115BBA. Special rate. 115BBA. Anybody? Non-resident sports person of sports institutions, associations. Non-resident sports person, sportsman, or sports association. Say the foreigner ABD Villiers, ABD and say ABD. ABD Williams, all the brilliant figures. Okay. For any game in India, advertisement, contribution to articles or journals. When India Australia match agwala, so the Australian fellows will be there. They will give some articles, etc. in the magazines. So participation in India, the games in India, advertisement, contribution to articles for journals in India. Within bracket, non-resident male, non-resident male in the bracket, non-citizens. Flat 20%. Flat 20%. So assuming ABD wins a lottery in India, 30%. Only these incomes get marked 20%. Understood, Baba?
Yes.
Next. $115 BBC, 150 triple B into Adilla. 115 BBB, any 2003 in the Omitaga. Next 115, I'm just telling you section so that you don't miss the order. 115 BBI, 115 BBB, not applicable. 115 BBC, BBC there. Extremely important, trust related. Anonymous donations. So, anonymous donation at flat 30%. Important. Anonymous donation received by the trust. Basically, trust 10 to BC institutions. Donation received by the trust. Flat 30%. 30%. For amount in excess of the following. Amount in excess of higher of the following. Important. Charitable trust, important. Amount in excess of higher of the following. 2 are last. 5% of the total donations. Or let's say 1 lakh. See, that's why we are very particular about any time anybody is giving a donation, take their name, PAN or Aadhaar. Okay. So you must take it. If you don't get, then unnecessary 30% tax, including cash foundation. Okay. That's why we never take any other specific. You are giving a donation, happy, but with the PAN and Aadhaar. Okay. Yesterday I had been to one shop. We are in Prince Tokobekanta. He's calling me and saying, sir, 11,000 rupees big here, but 9,000 rupees cash for them. I'm there. I'm an income tax department of the and for the other world come there. By mistake, also don't talk rubbish with me. Okay, don't tell others also. You know, so 90% people come and ask for it. I said, you change, then they will also change. The people are said, we can't help it. Really,
5% of total donations.
Example, Sandan Trust. Total donations. Total donation 60 lakh. 60 lakh. Anonymous donation included. Anonymous donation included 5 lakh. 5 lakh. 115 BBC. 115 BBC. 2 hours. 5% of 60 lakh, 3 lakh. Right side or 1 lakh, whichever is higher. Restore 3 lakh. 3 lakh. 3 lakh. Therefore, look at the duty out of 60 lakh donations. 60 lakh donations. So, 60 lakh donations. 2 Arabas. Anonymous donations. Restore
5 lakh.
5 lakh minus 3 lakh. Up to 3 lakh rupees, no issue. Because they say some people would have given, they are not given the name or donation. So that I don't want to show my name on the 5 lakh minus 3 lakh, 2 lakh. Tax rate 30% under 115 BBC. Understood, Baba? Right side, balance donations 60 minus 2 lakh. That 2 lakh. Understood?
Yes, sir.
60 minus 2 lakh, 58 lakh. Less exemption, this is 11 1A. 11 within the bracket 1. In the bracket small a. Comma, amount spent. Amount 11 1 A 15%. 11 within the bracket 1 within the bracket A at 15%, 1 5. 15% of the gross is deducted. Comma, amount spent, etc. Say 40 lakh. Charitable trust taxation. 100% one question definite on charitable trust. Pati exam, Pati exam amendment, Pati exam complication, other exam, they'll be asking questions. So say 40 lakh. Difference is to 80 lakh. 80, 18, alva. 18 lakh.
Yes, sir.
Tax per slab raise. Tax per slab raise. Say up to quarter of lakh, meaning dot. Everybody understood the law. Anonymous donation concept of that will go.
Yes, sir.
Next. So anonymous donation only separate money up to that 1 lakh at 5% which you have taken before. Would use the flat tax at 30%. Everything else you get relaxation. Next. 115 BBC, 115 BBD and DA, not a big. Very important. 115 BBD, Tumba example banito. The old exam question the next 150 BBD. Tax on dividend from foreign company. Tax on dividend from foreign company. Wherein Indian company holds greater than equal to 26%. Indian company holds greater than equal to 26% of equity share capital. Dash 15%. Tax rate 15%. Within the bracket rating not applicable from AY 2024. The question was there in almost every examination of CA panel. So when you work out old questions, take care of it. So 23-24 the E section illa. That is 24-25 100%. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
The BPDA. Now we have blanket permission. Old office big over the Talano, late over the Talano. In the over the Talano in Galvine, 115 BPDA. 115 BBD. 1BD alerts. These alerts are killer. Okay. So again, not applicable. 115 BBD, not applicable from 14 to 120. Next. So I'm going the order of the sections. 115 B in the Chumadu. 115 next BBE. 115 BBE. Deemed incomes referring 68 to 69D. Deemed income referring section 68 to 69D. NPDR. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Within the bracket, CME. CIMIE. CME plus H. For the benefit of those who are not aware. I'm not going to discuss all this again. Cash credit form in your books, but you're not given explanation. Investment form, money form, investment partly discussed. Expenditure is incurred, but there is no source explained. Athava borrowing at the repaying in India. All these incomes, for the bracket, tax rate flat 60%. Plus surcharge, flat surcharge 25%. So 25% of 60. At 85, 25% of 60, making it 75%. 60 plus 50 will become 75%. Plus HEC 4%. So 60 ka 25% generally is 15. 60 plus 15 is 75. 75 ka over 4% for 78%. Yes. 115 BBF. Income from registered patent. Registered patent. 10%. 10%. 10%. Along the MAT, along the provisioning. So if any special income is getting taxed at below 15%, but incomes are excluded from MAT. So this can be the classical. Earlier, I had so many other sections which are all omitted. So one thing BBF, if I have some specified registered patent is there, which is taxed at 10%, that means I cannot come under MAT because MAT is 15%. One place you are told 10%. How can you put it under 15% of MAT? Understanding?
Yes, sir.
This is the bracket. This is the bracket. So such incomes excluded from MAT. Tax rate lesser than 15%. Excluded from MAT. Where it will more than 15%, then obviously MAT, because the objective of MAT is to keep it a minimum tax rate. Next, 115 BBG. BBG. Income on transfer of carbon credits. So never a part of today's discussion. But anyway, we want to model that. Income on transfer of carbon credits. Carbon credit. This also can be one more example. At 10%. 1%. These are like exclude from MAT. Next, 115 BBH. Recent amendment. Then virtual digital asset. Virtual digital asset. Tax plus capital gains. Tax plus capital gains at 30%. Virtual digital asset gota, non-fungible tokens, digital signatures, digital codes, etc. Tax is flat 30% under capital gains. Virtual digital asset section 247A, 2 within the bracket 47A. Highly expected question. Highly expected question. Are you there? What is the tax rate for the same way I said?
30%.
Virtual digital asset tax rate is
30.
tax rate I said 30% alva.
Sir.
150 BB H. Something else. TDS is virtual digital asset. TDS is CDR
194S.
194?
S.
Yes. Yes, percentage.
20.
Same. Yeah. So which is the bracket? TDS under section 194. Yes. 194 is the new section included last year. 194 yes. PQR yes. 1% of the TDS is at 1%. 1% of the that total amount what we collect on the virtual digital asset. Because the turnover logic next. So what is the section we talk about 150 BB GI 1 BBH. We wrote the order law 150 BB for the carbon credit 150 BBH virtual digital asset. Last 150 BBI. Until BBI, extremely important trust. Although accreted income, accreted income, ACC, RE, TED, accreted income, of certain trust. Actually, accrued income at the borough when they default. Accrued income of certain trust. When they default the provisions of the law. Refer 115 TD. 115 TD. Extremely important again. Accrued income of certain trust. Explaining what? 115 TD. 30%. 30% tax. Next, last section, 115 BBJ. Well, got that already?
Yes.
Well, online games. Online games, 30%. So, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಬರಿ for the trusts TRUSTS trust who are asked special rates ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ there are two sections I read 115 BBC ಅಲ್ವಾ
Sir.
anonymous donations 115 BBC next 115 BBH
EBI.
BI.
I BBI right side balance tax like individual tax like individual slab rates recently understood
Yes, sir.
People got the concept of taxation yes so just in 5 minutes you do so in the problem area of the basic concept, we are not because unless I do reasonable introduction, I cannot get the problem. But nevertheless, so analytical question which can be asked. So explain the following whether so this is the compilation. The following are agriculture income or any other income. Nursery income. Just now I said saplings and seedlings grown. It is an agriculture income. Answer is yes. The Sikkim video, this was the specific amendment in that year, 1026A. Don't worry about it. Yeah? So they will, so whenever there is a specific amendment in that year, from that they will ask one question for 1 number for 2 marks. That was an amendment in that particular year, 1026A exemption was there. Next, 8 lakh rupees transferred to the NPS account, an employer so and so from the accrued superannuation fund. So will you get an exemption? The answer is ATCL deduction. Okay, and also for the NPS, you can also go for ATCCD. Then widow of so and so this is to the rate of Chopra yeah NPS account ATCCD ಬಗ್ಗೆ taxation ಬಗ್ಗೆ question ಕೇಳೋಣ then 15% that will contribute by him to approved superannuation fund which is also eligible for it other analytical question first so you have to write about 218 with the definition of agricultural income as per explanation 3 saplings and seedling is not an agricultural income then I told you this you don't have to study because there is an amendment only in that year. Generally, whatever amendment happened for your exam, that you study. Others you don't have to study. Then ETCCD budget. Okay. Superannuation fund, the amount received is also exempt under vision. 10 within the bracket, 30. Of the story there. Then this one, last year, 3 years back, there was an amendment. Whenever you contribute to RPF, approved superannuation fund, and ETCCD, above 7,50,000, excess is also taxed. So there are double taxation here. Assuming I contribute 15% to RPF, 3% is taxable as per the original law, up to 12% exempted. In addition to that, to the aggregate contribution of the employer to approved superannuation fund, RPF and ETCCD, if it is above 7,50,000, again excess is taxable. For example, if a total salary is let's say 100 lakh, you contribute 15%. First thing is 100 lakh into 3%. 12% is anyway exempt, 3% is taxable. In addition to that, when you contribute 15 lakh rupees to the RPF, above 7.5 lakh, the 7 lakh is also taxable. And the next year, when you earn income on that 7,50,000 taxable portion, the interest is again taxable. This is one special point as far as RPF is concerned. Note down. contribution to RPF etc. 2 RMRs. Left side. RPF only, RPF matter. Small a, employer contribution greater than 12%. This is a very old law. Employer contribution greater than 12% taxable. Next, small b, interest on RPF greater than 9.5%, 9.5, 8.5% change ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. 9.5% is also taxable. Right side, additionally, left side is there. Additionally, employer's contribution, comma, in aggregate, comma, to RPF, to small a RPF, small b ASAF, approved supervision fund, small c ETCCD, one ETCCD employer contribution, okay, ETCCD greater than 7.5 lakh. Greater than 7.5 lakh. Say 14 lakh minus 7.5 lakh. 6.5 lakh is taxable. Further, other section, 17 to 7. Those who want to know the section 17 subsection 2 within the bracket 7. 17 within the bracket 2 within the bracket 7. Next, further, interest on such 6.5 lakh. And because the change because with 7.5 lakh confusion, that's why I made it 14 lakh. Interest on such 6.5 lakh earned is also taxable under 17 to 17. Understood, Baba? So amendment related provisions. All of you in the class?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll be discussing. So video, because we are not done much of the introduction itself. Section 9 is ready to go. So 10 AA, all this will touch. Okay, the discussion as a minute happens. Start. Is it going good? All of you enjoying?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, sir.
So we'll be sharing the material after 1 hour. Wherever possible, take a photocopy and keep it ready for next sessions. So good evening, 7:45 I'm starting. So neither at 8 o'clock nor at 10 o'clock. 7:45 to 9:45 because March birthday, April normal bank hotel chance there. But I thought I'll take a 2 hours session. 7:45 to 9:45. First I'll complete FR in 1 hour plus. Then I'll be continuing with the DT. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Out. Jokes CDR. Jokes revision class time it's Tamil one. He is the president of BCCI.
Mr. Krishnasamy, Krishnamachari Srikanth, my beloved roommate in the World Cup. How can I forget that? I'm board president. World Cup winning champion, highest wicket in 1993 World Cup. Ball sing sakka swing பண்ணுவான் இவன். என்னோட ரூம்மேட் என் பேர் என்ன கிருஷ்ணசாமின்றான். டேய் ராஜர். Who is Krishnasamy da?
Both of them are the World Cup winning players. He is Roger Federer, not mistaken.
Roger Binney.
Roger Binney, and he is the president now. And this person is Srikanth. So, but look at that, bondless what they have, even at this age, that's awesome, Allah. You an amazing message. You read this, Rahul?
No, sir.
Okay, read, beautiful one.
After the 93-year-old man in Italy got better in the hospital, he was told to pay for the ventilator for one day, and the old man started to cry. The doctor advised him not to cry over the bill. What the old man said made all the doctors cry. The old man said, "I don't cry because of the money I have to pay. I can pay all the money. I cry because I've been breathing God's air for 93 years, but I never had to pay anything for it. But for using a ventilator in your hospital for just one day, I have to pay 5,000 euros. I realize now how much I owe God. I never thanked God for it before."
Yeah. So be thankful for more things what you have, rather than being thankless for lesser things you don't have. I repeat, be thankful for more things what you have, rather than being thankless for lesser things what you don't have. Because the life what you and me are reading is the dream of millions of people. You at least have the opportunity to sit in front of the mobile, laptop and listen to the sessions like this. There are many people can't even afford a basic mobile. Okay? Allah, forget about taking up CA. Really, so we'll meet on Friday evening and today evening at sharp 7:45. Keep rocking, keep enjoying. God bless you all. Okay? And tomorrow we'll do more of practicals.